Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl desvulpex and I am back with another Sims 2 video. This is going to be a Sims 2 build that I have made entirely on my own. This floor plan, I have a board on my Pinterest of a bunch of different floor plans that I would like to build in Sims 2, or use it for inspiration when I get my future house. And this was one of them. This house, or I'm gonna call it an estate. This ain't no house, it's an estate. This estate is off of it's in England actually, and it is, I believe, a 17.5 pound home. I was like, holy crap, that is a really big house. And I even, like, looking at the floor plan, I was like, this house is huge. This house has 3 floors. It has like a basement, which is called like the lower level, and then the actual level that you walk into first is the ground level. Then you have like the first floor. It's weird. It didn't make any sense to me. But the floor plan was a lot more I'm gonna say advanced. I feel like it's too advanced for Sims 2 technology and software. So I did my best to replicate it as best I could. But again, this build was a challenge. It was really hard. I took a total of 10 hours building this house, and it was hard. I thought I was gonna die, honestly. It was so hard. I'm being dramatic. Excuse me. I'm being dramatic, but again, this build was very, very difficult. I've never built anything like this in The Sims 2 at all. And it was hard, and honestly, more or less, I like the way it looks, but I don't like it at the same time. It's hard. I have like a love-hate type of relationship with this build, but honestly, I think it turned out decent, turned out alright. I feel like what I could have done to improve was make the lot a little bit smaller, because the dimensions of this house are huge. I made it too big. Either that, or either the lot I chose was too big, or the amount that I did was the amount. Either the lot was too big, or like the deck that I built, I made it too big, as well as the hole and the ground that I made as well. But besides that, honestly, it looks pretty okay. It kind of looks similar to the house. And again, this house was difficult. I had to use so many cheats. Mostly, the one that I mostly used in this house was because there's a basement, I had to use the floor elevation cheat. And I'll put all the cheats that I used in the description bar below, so you can see what I used exactly. And once I was done building the house and it was time for the actual furnishing and decorating, that part was difficult. It was very, very hard. Solely because I put too much room. There was too much room and a lot of empty space, so it was really hard. I feel like I was repeating a lot of stuff, unfortunately. So, and honestly, my honest, not opinion, but like, what I was honestly going to do was I was initially going to upload this furnished and unfurnished to like mod the Sims, or the Sims file. I forget what it's called, but it's a place where you can upload like Sims 2 files, like custom content, whether it be clothing, furniture, houses, whatever. I was going to upload it to there. But after doing this house, I have carefully reconsidered, solely because I was like, this house looks like trash. I've built several houses before this, and they all looked pretty decent, but this one, to me, there is too much empty space. I didn't know how else to decorate it, and it was a chore. It was difficult. It pushed me a lot. But anyway, this is the final product. And this house, in case you're wondering, this is for my Sims 2 custom family that I made, the Mountbatten. And I'll also put a video in the cards. I'll put the playlist in the cards for so far what I have done in Veronaville. which has just been, honestly, I've just only played the caps, upload this house, I guess, tutorial? Tutorial? I don't know. This house build that I did, and create my Mountbatten family, which was, again, that's all I've really uploaded to my Sims 2 playlist on my channel. But Veroniaville, if you haven't watched the previous video, I'll go ahead and fill you in a little bit. Veroniaville is basically Shakespearean hood made by EA. It's the first hood you get in the game. You get 3 hoods when you just have the regular base Sims 2 game. Those hoods are Pleasant View, everyone's favorite, Strangetown, and my favorite, Veroniaville. And Veroniaville is based off of Romeo and Juliet, as well as other Shakespearean works such as A Midnight Summer's Dream, King Lear, Hamlet, and Julius Caesar. And basically, all the hoods are kind of more or less, I believe, if I read it somewhere, so don't quote me on it. All the hoods, more or less, are like tutorials, so, excuse me. So, a Veroniaville shows you, romance, as well as, like, enemies, and it gives you more of a look at, because you're mostly, if you think about it, you're mostly playing as the teens in Veroniaville. So it gives you that insight on how to play teens, and you can sneak out as them and stuff like that, as well as, you have Pleasant View that teaches you cheating as well, romance, drama. Honestly, in all the Sims hoods, there is drama, but I feel like out of all the hoods in The Sims 2, the ones that have the most drama would honestly be Pleasant View and Veroniaville. And people would probably disagree and be like, Pleasant View has the most drama. There's so much dirt on everybody. Not everybody, but I'm not going to say any names. Don Lothario and the Caliente twins with the mysterious, quote-unquote, disappearance of Bella Goth. That's honestly, I would honestly say Veroniaville, excuse me, Pleasant View would take the cake on having the most drama. But for me, I don't know, I like drama. I don't like being involved in it personally, but I'd have to agree Pleasant View does have the most drama. But Veroniaville, it's family drama, and it's like, well, your grandchild can't be with my grandchild because I kissed your wife all those many years ago. Yeah, it's just really, really weird and bizarre, but it is what it is. Sims in general is just very, very weird and bizarre, but I digress. So, again, this house was so hard. I slaved. In total, I don't remember saying this, but this house took me 10 hours. And continuing on, this is for my custom family, the Mountbattens, and they've been in this neighborhood for a very long time, about as much as the Caps and the Monties have been. And, they're friends with both Caps and Monties, but they don't know how to carefully proceed to the situation. They think it needs to stop. They're both being childish, and they're just like, this needs to come to an end. But are they willing to say that? No, because they don't want to sacrifice the friendship they have with the Monties and the Caps. So, in my hood, we have Philip, who is, in the Mountbatten family, you have Philip, who is the patriarch of the family, and then you have his wife Cecilia, who is, the grandmother, and Philip more so believes in Consort's side of the story. He's more so a cap connoisseur, I guess? I don't know. But he more so believes the Caps, and he's like, oh yeah, like, you guys, like, what you have every right to be upset. Whereas his wife, Cecilia, mostly believes in the Monty. She's really good friends with Isabella. She's been childhood friends with her. So she's like, you know what, I'm gonna take your side. But in the family, they have decided, it doesn't matter whose side we take in this issue. We all are gonna love each other the exact same. And they've been doing good on upholding that. Might change a little with all this drama since Romeo and Juliet are dating. Might change, possibly. But, Philip raised, their son, which is, I forget the dad's name because I always change the dad's name. Did I name him Edmund or Arthur? Anywho, what happened was, they're like, we know what, we're just gonna raise our son and we're gonna have him indifferent on the matter. And, for a while it kind of worked, but after, so many years, Philip was like, well, technically, if we're counting it, consort has every right to be upset. And, Patricio didn't have a good excuse for doing what he did, and da-da-da-da. Whereas his wife Cecilia's like, things happen, we can't control it. And their son, he's just like, well, it is what it is, I don't care, it doesn't bother me. However, he grew up with the majority of the Cap children solely because his dad was more so friends with them. He and Consort are business partners. They're both in the business career. So he more so grew up with Regan, Gonriel, Kent, and Cordelia. So he was like, I kind of have to be nice to them because, my dad is partners with Consort, so I can't really say anything. And then his mom was a housewife, but she stayed home and she did gardening, she did cooking, she cleaned. Cecilia did not mess around though. Cecilia is she's a tough woman. I love her. But Cecilia, she would mostly do like the cooking and the cleaning, and oftentimes she would send her son to go play with the Monty children, and he was like, they're all right too, like, And then, when he met his wife, I think her name is Portia. I feel like it is Portia, because, again, I changed her name too in my playthroughs, so I'm sorry. I should know their names, but I'm over here messing up. So Portia who is his wife, and is the mother to his children, is also indifferent on the matter. She's like, well, I'm like, I more so just want to talk to the Summer Dreams, because she's friends with Titania Summer Dream. So she's just like, well, it's not my place to say, and she also tends to stick out of it. Now, they have 2 children, which is Duncan, and I forget her name. I always change her name too. I don't remember if it's Imogen or Alexandra. I don't remember. I feel like it's Imogen. I feel like in the game I put her name as Imogen or Iris. One of the two. Imogen or Iris. It's one of the two. I should know my Sim's name. I apologize. So their daughter, she's just like, well, she also grew up with the Cap children because her grandfather would be like, well, I gotta talk to Consort. You're gonna go be with, you're gonna go hang out with his children, his grandkids. And she was like, well, all right. And she is friends with Romeo and Juliet as well, solely because, her grandmother has more so taken the Monty side. So she grew up with both, hearing both sides, and she's just like, well, like, I don't know who to go with. I'm a teenager. I'm just trying to have fun and go to college. So, more or less, that's kind of the story and the tea with the family is they're not as broken up as the other families are, but they could lead to it. It depends. But honestly, for Iris, she just wants to do her career and focus on herself and do what's best for her. Just like her parents also just want to focus on their career and build their Mountbatten empire. That's what's important to them. As well as Iris, they have instilled those wants and needs into her since she was a child, so she also has that motivation to just be like, all right, who cares about this drama? I gotta do what's best for me at the end of the day, and that's what I'm gonna do. She has that drive and that want. So that's pretty much the whole gist and the drama of the Veronaville, as well as with my Mountbatten family included in that drama. And again, watching myself build this, I'm like, this was hard, this was difficult, it was a chore, but it's done. I'm proud of it, more or less. And that's pretty much it for me, guys. I hope you guys have a great day. I hope you guys are staying safe with all this corona nonsense around. Stay safe, wash your hands, wear your mask, all that good stuff. If you guys like this video, feel free to leave a like. And if you like Sims 2 content as well as other content, I will be uploading more Sims 2 as well as uploading Cyberpunk 77 because that is coming out in 1 month and I could not be more excited for it. I'm going to do my best to just upload it and not 100% it, but finish it more or less. I'm going to do my best, but again, if you guys like Sims 2 content, feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!
Thank you.